Hello friends, welcome or welcome back. I'm Corinne and this is my channel where I like to talk about all things cozy and creative living. In this video, I wanted to talk about something I've mentioned a couple times but never really went super fully in depth with. And I realized that in the last video. I was talking about making a spring bucket list, and we made a spring bucket list together, and I mentioned that I would be putting it into my Whimsy Journal after the season is over. And there were a couple questions about what is a Whimsy Journal? Where did that come from? What is it? And so I know that I've talked about it in depth over on Patreon, but I realized I hadn't here on YouTube. So let's get into it. All right, this is my Whimsy Journal, and it's something that my daughter gave to me. Those of you who are new here, I have two kids. One is, he'll be 20 this year, and the other is turning 18. So my youngest loves and it really embodies a whimsical spirit. Like she just is. And so it really touched me that I think it was for Mother's Day last year, she made me this Whimsy almanac. And right before I started filming, this kind of came off, so I will have to fix that. But I want to show you some parts of this journal that she made me. She called it a Whimsy almanac, which I love. But almanac isn't really in my vocabulary, so I call it a Whimsy Journal. But this was the cover. I still have to fill this out and say that it belongs to me. But what she did, and what I think distinguishes this from a regular junk journal or anything else, I think it's just the intention that goes into it. This is an active journal. She wrote, "You feel everything so deeply, and that is not a fault or flaw of yours." And I thought that was really sweet. So what she did to set this up for me was start a couple spreads where this says, "Whisper affirmations and manifestations into your morning tea." So these are literally just ways to sprinkle whimsy in. This page is write a letter to your future self, be kind. And in it, she put an envelope with a blank piece of paper. So I will for sure go back and do that. And on this page it says, if you lost something, maybe a little fairy needed to borrow it. And I was just thinking about a necklace that I lost for years and found it in a grocery bag, like in a reusable grocery bag, like years after I lost the thing. So I would like to write about that on this blank page. So she just went in like questions to ask your future self. Pick a random person you see and imagine a completely made up backstory for them. So just little bits. This one is 15 things to wish upon. When you sneeze 4 times in a row. When you throw a coin into the water. When you see a falling star. All of just sweet little reminders. And so there's lists, and then when I started putting things into this journal, I started making it kind of a putting seasonal things in, because I think connecting with seasonal decorations, seasonal whimsy, seasonal, the fun parts, that feels very whimsical to me. So in part of the fall spread, I put nostalgic edible potions for the recipes that we like to make in the fall season. Important October dates, because we have a lot of important October dates in our family. And then for the winter section, I put Christmas 2025 memories that I wanted to, just little things that I wanted to remember throughout the day. And when I was reading back through them, I'd already forgotten about some of them, so it was fun to see. let's see, in the year of the snake I shed, so thinking about last year on all the things that I shed, I've made a list and put that in here so I can remember that. Darcy, that's enough. That's enough. No thank you. No thank you. I will put my spring bucket list in here. I'm not playing. I will leave some space for some other spring pages and then some summer pages, and then I will have a bit of each of the 4 seasons. And then I want to start creating some spreads like Paige had done. To think about that, I went onto Pinterest and searched like whimsical ideas or whimsy aesthetic, and I started a whimsy board with some ideas so that I can pull from. These are some of the ideas that I wanted to kind of follow. Make a list of words to use more often, a whimsy menu or a dopamine menu. Instead of a to-do list, make it a quest log or fairy tasks, my not to-do list, my unhurried list, ways to conjure your inner child. Full of delight. There is so much that just feels light and airy and fanciful and free about this particular journal. And I think that's where the whimsy comes into play. It's that feeling that is that feeling that comes up with novelty, with curiosity, with joy, with fun. And sometimes like it's the twee, the like, yeah, it's okay to be a little bit cringe when you're feeling whimsical. It's all right to spin around in a circle that might look kind of silly. It's all right to hug a tree. It's all right to do all those things, and all of that can be combined. All of those feelings, like, oh my gosh, taking your shoes off and dancing in a bubbling brook or a babbling brook, like all of the things that you think about doing, but you think, oh, it's too silly. Oh, I don't have time for that. You do. You have time for it, and it can enhance your life. And so putting ideas, writing things down, like making it tangible somehow in this journal helps to incorporate it into your life in a way that helps to remember. It's something to hold on to in a time where it feels like it's hard to grasp the idea of whimsy somehow. It's hard to grasp the idea of joy, and it feels like something that we do need to hold on to and hold tight to ourselves in order to maintain our sense of wonder and curiosity. Yeah, and so I think having a journal for that is really fun, and it was one of the best gifts that I've ever gotten. So, all right, let's head into the dining room and get our whimsy on. room table, and you saw me putting together a couple different pages. I don't know if I've ever sat in here for a video, but yeah, this is our dining room table. Paige's Easter basket is still on the little table over there. So I had a couple ideas. Like I said, I was pulling from Pinterest for some inspiration, and I used it a teeny tiny bit, like not a lot at all. I started off with making something that said words to use more often, and I really liked this little squirrel in the top hat. I thought that was adorable. But I put started, peckish, because I love that word, gumption, and balderdash. I think those are great. And I will say, I've collected this stuff. It's kind of just come to me over the years. I have a couple friends who send me little packets of goodies, things, and I love everything. And yeah, I'm starting to appreciate how to get creative in using all the materials. So stickers I've collected over the years, and then clippings from other things, note cards that I save. I just kind of use everything, and that's where the junk journaling term comes from. So the next one I did was I saw an article that another friend, Cindy, had sent me. It said, lost in a good book. Oh shoot, I think it was Cindy. Maybe it was Gina. Whoever it was, I had stashed it away and I brought it out and I saw the title, Lost in a Good Book. There's nothing better than a quiet place to read. And so I thought about making a spread, coziest places to read, and I'll list some places here. And this is a secret favorite book titles. I'll fill that in. It might be kind of fun and sneaky. And then fairy tasks, dance under moonlight, sing to a tree. And I just took some ruled paper from a notebook that was laying around and put that in there and put some stickers. And then this book I bought from Amanda Fall, Messy Beautiful You. It's a soulful journal, prompts for self-discovery and reflection. It's fantastic on its own, but what I found to be really fun is to, well, I've used parts of it, but the graphics that Amanda has put in here are so fun, and the way that she makes the lists and the tags, it's just gorgeous. So I took out a page and put this remember prompt in here with another clipping from something else, and then a sticker, so I can just fill that in. And I think that's what I wanted to do today, was to make some other spreads just to fill in, so I can grab this and connect with that side of myself by answering Paige's questions that she had put in here, like questions to ask your future self, connect with the things to wish upon. Just open this up and have something ready. Sometimes I just want to fill in the blanks, and having prompts that are creative and having something set up that kind of inspires that fun. I can use my words, I can get into the rhythm of writing, and then have that inspire some other work. So it's a starting place and I love it. So I hope that you will take some inspiration from this video, maybe start your own whimsy journal and just make it your own. Find ways to create something that sparks joy and fun and pleasure, and yes, whimsy, but also just delight, because we all need more of that. So I'm gonna sit here, maybe fill in some of the blanks, clean up the table, and yeah, get on with the rest of my day. So I am sending you all lots and lots of love, lots of sprinkles of fairy dust and whimsy, and I will see you very, very soon. Stay cozy, friends.